Let's get things started. Ready? Go!
Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about G4 host Adam Sessler, who hosts the YouTube channel's Reinvented X-Play series, claiming on Twitter that, quote, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss. Not only that, but he previously wished his Republican family members would die. So Sessler took to Twitter on January 11th, where he wrote, "Just so I can get it out of my system once for the day, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss." His comments are not out of the ordinary, as Sessler has made similar ones to them over the course of the last 2 years. Last July, Sessler tweeted, "Republicans have a small parabola. They only swing between white nationalism and Nazism." In February 2021, he described Republicans as chicken shits. Back in January 2021, he tweeted, "Until they clean their ranks, Republicans are a terrorist organization. They are Nazis with no fashion designer helping them." On the same day, just a few hours later, he tweeted, "Republicans are Nazis. They are a cancer. F them all." In December 2020, the G4 host tweeted, "In this season of peace and reverence for the sky demon, Republicans and their voters can still go F themselves out of existence." 2 days later, he wrote, "As I said yesterday, all the Republicans in my family can eat shit and die while I sip something bubbly." He would also describe Republicans as a effing disease back in November 2020. And he did that twice in 2 tweets, as you can see here. Sessler's comments are not out of the ordinary. Numerous celebrities and public figures have made similar incendiary comments. Just recently, I covered Marvel Comics artist Patrick Zircher claiming that all Nazis are Republicans. The Mandalorian and Game of Thrones actor Pedro Pascal also infamously compared supporters of President Donald Trump to Nazis in an Instagram post last year. While Sessler's comments are not out of the ordinary, they do reinforce the idea that we are in a culture war. I'm going to quote fellow YouTuber Eric July here, who laid it out clearly that we are in this war whether you want to be in it or not. And this is what he said. "That war, rather that conflict, is existing whether you want it to exist or not. They're on the attack, they have not stopped, and they don't plan on stopping." Clearly, Sessler has been on the attack for at least the past 2 years, and it's more than likely he's been doing it for a long time, and it doesn't look like he plans on stopping anytime soon. So I think July's analysis is very relevant and true in Sessler's case. However, July does note they do need to fund their war machine, and that just comes from viewers, just normal, everyday people. And this is what July says. He says, "However, what they do require of you is your money, your funding, and whatnot, and they can always depend on that if they shine, if their keys are just shiny enough." July would also assert they effing hate you, and they're bold enough because they control so much to tell you that they don't effing like you. The only difference here is that you fund them. They don't fund you. Clearly, Adam Sessler is extremely bold enough to tell you that he hates you if you are a Republican. He made that abundantly clear in those tweets. In fact, he hates Republicans so much he wishes his own family members who happen to be Republican die. That's not something a sane individual says. That's not something who's in a right frame of mind says. That's someone who is compassionate or sympathetic or tolerant would say. And G4 does require people to fund them in order for them to be profitable. They just relaunched their channel as a YouTube channel, and they're hoping to be profitable and getting people to watch their YouTube shows, like they relaunched X-Play and Attack of the Show, and they require people to watch those shows in order to pay them so they can continue to hate on you in public. So I think maybe it's time to stop funding him and all those others who actively hate us if we happen to disagree with their opinions. What's also interesting is I think this whole G4 fiasco fits right into what the Critical Drinker says about the 5 steps on how to destroy a TV show. The G4 is particularly a good example, just like he used Cowboy Bebop. The 5 steps that the Critical Drinker laid out are: Step 1, pick a really popular IP with a loyal fan base. Step 2, update it for modern audiences. Step 3, antagonize the fan base prior to release. Step 4, get canceled due to low ratings. Step 5, blame the fan base for steps 1 to 4. Clearly, they picked a popular IP. G4 is a popular IP, and I think it does have a loyal fan base, or it did. Step 2, update it for modern audiences. I think they have definitely are trying to do that with how they are doing X-Play. They've turned it into a YouTube show with Sessler providing his commentary. It is still similar to how they did the original X-Play show, but it is more in a YouTube format, and it is updated for modern audiences. They've even brought on people that are now lecturing other people that happen to have a different opinion in order to appeal to this modern audiences, or spread the message, as the critical drinker likes to say. And then step 3, antagonize the fan base prior to release. I actually kind of want to change that. I think it's not just prior to release, it's prior to, during, and maybe even after release as well. I think you can fit all of that into step 3, and I definitely think Sessler is in step 3, and then you have this other G4 host, which I was talking about, going after viewers of the show and describing them as sexist, and even misogynist. So clearly G4 is on the way. We'll see how long it takes for it to get to step 4, get canceled due to low ratings, and then step 5, blame the fan base for steps 1 through 4. As a final note, I will say that I think we do need to pray for people like Adam Sessler, because he clearly needs help, and I think prayers might be the best way to help him at this point, because it doesn't seem like he is open to any kind of dialogue whatsoever. Those are my thoughts on the matter. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.